Hi, this is Tracy from Nova Scotia Living, and I'm checking my sauerkraut today. This is my first time trying to ferment cabbage and make homemade sauerkraut. I did this on February 10th. Today is March 9th or 10th. Oh, for goodness sakes, I should know before I do this video. Yeah, it's the 10th, so it's been a month. I'm still going to do it probably for another month, maybe, but I check this every 2 or 3 days. So let's take a gander. And here, there's 2 cabbages shredded in here. And as you can see, again, this is my first time. I did a lot of research. I keep a plate on it to keep the liquid that's produced. There's my cabbage. What the key is, apparently, is to make sure that there's always a bit of brine above the cabbage. Air is not a friend when it comes to fermentation. So I can see this requires a little more. Now when I did this, there's two cabbages in here shredded. And I think it's 3 tablespoons of pickling salt per, oh, let me just double check that. It hasn't been that long. Just a minute, baby. Here he is. I'm doing a couple of different videos today, so. Oh, I'll find the page and I'll be right back. Okay, I found it. So it's 3 tablespoons of pickling salt to 5 pounds of cabbage. It's not focusing, but and this is the book I've been using. So this requires a little more brine. I never added any liquid to this when I first did it. You shred the cabbage, and I layered it. I put some cabbage, then some salt, some cabbage salt, and then you squish it and you pound it, and you squish it and you pound it, and it produces its own liquid. And at first that was enough liquid that was needed. But as it evaporates over time, you make some brine that you can add to it. And what the brine is 4.5 teaspoons. Maize, for goodness sakes. You just can't help yourself, can you? You just can't. It's, let me read it. 4.5 teaspoons of pickling salt to 4 cups of water. You dissolve the salt in the water, bring it up to room temperature, and you can add that, just enough to cover the cabbage. So I'm going to do that for this. I'm going to take this plate out and rinse it off good. I'll turn the kettle on. Let's check this one. I just moved it. And here I have a jar of brine that I use to weigh down this plate, and you can see this one is still good. This one still has lots of liquid in it. I'll move the plate so you can see. I'll have to rinse that bag off, but and I'll rinse this plate off, but it's looking good. It smells okay. Doesn't smell rancid or anything like that. How does it smell, Mace? Is it good? Yeah. You say good? Good. Good. Right on. Anyways, I'll make some brine, and yeah, well, we'll make some brine together. Just let me get my stuff out. Okay, I got my little sidekick here with me. So what I'm using is this coarse pickling salt. Can you see that? And again, it's my first time doing this. I'd already dumped some in a little bowl, so it's easier for me to get out. And I'm just using little measuring spoons. Maize? No. So 4.5 teaspoons. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1.5. All right. This is a 4 cup measuring cup, for goodness sakes. And it says just like boil it on the stove in a pot, but I'm just doing it this way. I'm impatient. I'll fill it up like this, and then I'll put some colder water in it, because we're supposed to bring it down to room temperature, and I don't got time for that. Nobody got time for that. So, oh, let me get a whisk. I'll use this little thing. So it'll take a little bit to dissolve. It's coarse. It's big chunks of salt. And this isn't quite filled up to the 4-cup mark. Almost, but not quite. So I'll add a little cooler water in it. And it won't take so long to cool down. Don't touch. So yeah, I'm hoping this works. I'm not a huge fan of sauerkraut. I use it in, like when I make cabbage rolls, if you watch my video. I use it in my cabbage rolls. It's good on hot dogs and sausages, or kind of what you'd use relish for, I guess. Or just as a side dish. Just want to make sure it's up. So we're going to let this sit a little bit, and I'll have more brine than I need right now. But what I'll do, I'll put this in a mason jar, stick it in my pantry, so next time I might not have to make brine. It'll be ready to rock, and yeah, make things simple. Anyways, I'll wait till this cools down, and then we'll do the next step. Yeah, so while we're waiting for the brine to cool down, I just thought I'd talk about these crocks a little bit. I bought these off of a Facebook yard sale, and I paid like $30 for them or something like that. Anyways, I belong to a couple of canning groups on Facebook. I'm just going to cover this up right now. And I said, I don't know if this is a good deal or not. And apparently it was. I guess these crocks can cost a fortune. Like, this is a 3-gallon crock. This is a 1-gallon crock. I got 5 cabbages in this one, 2 in that one. But some people buy these for about $80, and they don't even come with lids. So these came with lids and everything. So I was like, rock on. And I thought I would try this, and hopefully it'll turn out. And people say, you can maize. You can this, but it'll take out the probiotics, or you can keep it in the refrigerator for months and months and months. So I might do a little bit of both, because I like a long shelf life with preserves that I do. But I want the beneficial things from actually fermenting this and get the most optimal results. So I'm going to do a little bit of both. Yeah. If any of you guys out there have ever done sauerkraut, because I'm a complete newbie with this, total beginner. And yeah, I'm quite excited about it. It's a long process, but slow and steady wins the race, right? Yeah, I'll follow this journey and probably have a part 2 of this. I'll check this in another month, and I'll link these 2 videos together. But for today, you know, we'll just fill up the brine and put it back on my shelf. And yeah, it's a waiting game. Okay, the brine's at room temperature, so we're just going to add a little bit to the crocks. So this one needs a little bit. I already rinsed this plate off. So that's down. The plate's almost completely submersed, so the cabbage is covered, and that's the important thing, so no air gets to it. This one, I don't know if you can see in that crock or not. I'll bring you over. I don't have the steadiest hand, but just so you can see what I'm doing. And this is pretty much just room temperature salted water. Smells cabbagey, I can tell you that. Not a bad thing. So this plate's rinsed off. I'm going to put this in. It's down under. I don't even think I'm going to put that jar on right now, and I'll just check it tomorrow to make sure that it's still covered. So that's it. That's all I got to do. I keep this in my laundry room because it's cool in there. And that's my 2 Crocs. So, yeah, I will make another video in on April 10th, so it's like 2 months, and we'll see. We'll see how it is. Yeah, so I'm quite excited, and I think this will make a nice amount of sauerkraut. That'll last a long, long time. I can gift it because I know some people love sauerkraut. My dad's one. He's going to get a jar for sure. And yeah, it's something homemade. It was inexpensive. It was 99 cents a cabbage. You can't beat that. All it does, it takes a little work and a lot of time. But it's worth it. It's made with love. All right, Tracy from Nova Scotia Living signing off. Have a beautiful day.